You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual. Fact, it's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like Talisman. Who styled this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, you know we get it like crypto in the rip though. I cyber decrypted, we locked them from the get go. On this Nick show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt. The KLT drip club leading up the tip off. We flew by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Get the entire game somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. So picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding the orange blue sky. And Metropolitan, we connect in a vest go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick kid assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Man, salute to all my beautiful people out there, man. What's good, everybody? We in the building, man. Divine Shot Power, this pregame show, man. Knicks, Portland, in Portland, about to go get a pop in today, man, about another hour or so, man. So we in here, we're going to break all this content down and all that good stuff, man. Before I go any further, let me bring my partner here. We can really get this thing popping. Shot Power, what's up, my man?
Salute to you as always, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Yo, salute to the chat. That's what's good. Queen Darlene, what's good? Sister, salute to you as well. JR, my brother Jermaine, what's popping? Fabe, what's good, my dude? What's good, Fabe? Brian Acosta, as always, man, thank you for keeping the lights on and being a member of the show, man. Appreciate you, man. Real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody's still wearing their Knicks jersey because it's been a rough one. So I hope everybody still got their Knicks fandom in the building, still got their Knicks jerseys on because it's been rough the last couple of weeks, man, to say the least. But you know what? Games keep coming, we keep playing, so we got to find a way to get out of this horrific losing streak that we are in, man. After winning that one against the Clippers, I apologize for that. But still, 5 out of the last 6, whatever the case may be, been a rough ride, man. But hopefully, we can go out there and get a pop and get this young, talented team with a decimated roster. But these guys done won like 5 games in a row. They are, and I had this team in the beginning of the season really doing the damn thing in the NBA. I thought the Portland Trail Blazers, ladies and gentlemen, were going to be a scary team in the NBA this year. And that was before Chauncey Billups got caught up in that situation. And nothing to say the least, they still out there balling. So this is definitely not going to be no easy game for the New York Knicks tonight. So we got to go out there and try to get it hard as we can. Good news, I think Josh Hart might be back in the building, man. So we're going to break all that down on the preview. But other than that, man, I'm glad to be here with everybody. Nostalgic, my brother, what's good? Size 9 was popping, my man. We in here, man. Like I said, it's been a rough ride for the New York Knicks lately. Paid a little better shot power against Phoenix on the defense side of the ball. 18 turnovers. Jalen Brunson with a big turnover at the end of the game. Free throws, you name it. I give him credit for fighting, but no moral victories, obviously. But defense definitely played better the last game. But it was tough, though, and it's been a tough ride. But I think we got to find a way to weather the storm, man, because this thing can go south quickly if we don't win in a couple of games from here and there. You know what I mean? So let's hope we can get out there, man, against this team who's been hot as crazy. A lot of young talent. They went different than we did. They, obviously, Scoot Henderson, Shannon Sharp, Klingon. They drafted all these guys and they raised them up through their organization, and they've been putting in their work now. They're starting to pay dividends. Obviously, they brought in Danny Avila. They brought in Drew Holiday in the trade. Dame is back, though he's not playing for the season. Jeremy Grant's still there. They got a nice, talented roster there. If they get healthy, they will be a problem in the playoffs. But right now, that's not there. We got to go out there and get a pop in a nice shot power, my man.
Yeah, this team is like you talked about earlier when we talked about them. This team could be, something. This is not a team to sleep on. This is definitely not a pushover game or a game that you just think that you're going win because you're the Knicks, you're going to have to go out there and perform. And I think with maybe if it's true, if Josh Hart is coming back tonight, maybe it might change up a little bit of things and stuff like that. We played a good game last game, man. It just came down to the crunch. You know what I mean? It came down to too many turnovers. It came down to missing key free throws at the end of the game. It just came down to clutch stuff, which we used to see in front of the Knicks. It just happens sometimes like that. You know what I mean? So you remember what happens. You learn from your mistakes, and you know that next time, we got to be better at what we do. And I think the Knicks will do that tonight. You know what I mean? This team, like I said, this is not a team to think over. This is not a easy. This is a trap game. This is a trap game. If you do not pay attention to what these guys do, these guys will run amok on you. I mean, like you always say, Divine, I love that quote for what you say. If you don't get out there and play your A game, you're going to get your ass whooped. I mean, and if they don't get out there tonight with that A game, they're going to get their butt whooped. So let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. You talking about a decimated roster, ladies and gentlemen. When I mean, they literally got about 8 players probably might not play possible. And they have beat some talented teams in the last 5 games. They beat the Houston Rockets twice. They beat the Jazz, I think. They beat the Pelicans, and they beat the San Antonio Spurs. And that's what the roster being the way it is. I mean, so kudos to the coach over there. Kudos to the young guys. Shannon Sharp, the handful, like I said. Danny Avila, he's been playing pretty good since he's been over there in Portland after he left Washington. That's just a team you can't sleep on. But I definitely had them guys doing pretty good at the beginning of the season. And, so they 19 and 20 right now, and they look like they got a chance to go out there and make the play-in, possibly the playoff, depending on the way everything go. But that's, so like I said, we do got to go out there tonight and perform pretty well, man, because if not, this could be a long night tonight. But I'm quite sure our guys got a bad feeling pretty much bad about the way they've been playing lately. Maybe a little bit better, but they lost a game. Like I said, no moral victories and none of that. But I think they feeling kind of some type of way in New York right now, man, and the way we've been losing and how we've been losing. So we have to see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody get held accountable in New York on that team, the coaches, the players, everybody. Well, let's see how they're going to respond today. But like I said, to me, one quick note to me, sometimes people underestimate how important Josh Hart really is to a basketball team. He's not your prolific player. He's not your best player, but I think he is your most important player because everything that guy do, there's nobody who could do it on a consistent level like he do it. Like even the guy like even Anunoby and McHale and Catnam, Josh Hart does them numbers every single night. His energy, his grittiness, his pace to the game, his rebound. Like, we got guys who come in and might do it one game every now and then, some other players, but this guy putting up them 14s and 13s and the 8s and 9s and the 7s every game. I think we missing that totally in New York, man. So I think like I said, he might not be your best player, but I think he is literally one of your most important players on that team. I'm hoping that if he's back tonight, he give us a helping hand because we definitely need it. He just one of them guys, man. Not that mean that he's going to win the game with them, but we got a chance of winning more games with Josh Hart than without him. We under 500 without Josh Hart, like 4-5, something like that. We 19-9 with him. So I mean, he's a winning player. He got a winning mentality and he lays it out there on the line. So I just say all that to say that I'm glad he's back. That's what I'm really trying to say. But he is important to what we do in New York, man. And hopefully he can go out there tonight. If he play, he might not going to be 100%, but he can give us some rebounding, some assists, a little bit more toughness on that side of the ball, the defense side of the ball. And kudos to the Knicks. Just like Queen Darlene said, we have played better on the defense side of the ball. But she's like she said, hit the free throws and shots, and that's about it. Queen Darlene, appreciate that. Salute to Mr. Tito's in the building. What's good, Mr. Tito? Yes, indeed. Josh Hart is the engine, man. You ain't kidding, man. Real talk, man. We missed that dude, man. And it's you could tell by the energy and the way we playing. But like I said, the last game was much better. And I think the one thing that's important that we talked about in the pregame show the other day, I was talking about the contrast of style. It's going to be an offense game against a defense game. Their defense against our offense. Their defense won the other night. You know what I mean? Their defense was elite up there at the top of the NBA, and our offense was elite. But their elite defense beat our elite offense the other night, and that's what it boiled down to, even though we played better defense. So we got to be clicking on all cylinders. There's a fast young team down there tonight over in Portland. These some fast guys, some leapers. They can do the damn thing. They're not great shooters, but they're young, energetic guys who like to run up and down the floor. And like I said, Shannon Sharp coming into his own, he's going to be a problem in the next couple of years, man, because this cat, and despite his athleticism, he got a good shot with him. And he's going to be a good player, man. So we got to watch out for him, man. Like I said, being I like Tucson, I always like him. Kamara, I'd love to see him in it. He's what I hope the Warrior get to be in a little more. Kamara is what I want to see my man become, Muhammad Dewara. So time will tell, and then we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, other than that, it's going to be a tough one tonight for sure. Patrick, what's good, Patrick? AP, my man, what's popping? AP is in the building. What's good, AP? But yeah, Shy Power, there's another game on the doctrine, but it's one that we really want to win. We really want to win this one, man. We just got to get a win. We got the one against the Clippers. We let the other one get away the other night. We had that game right there, and we competed well, had it right there in our bag to reach. Like, we could have grabbed that game against the Phoenix Suns. But like I said, the rebounding, the turnovers, and obviously some missing time shots and free throws. It derailed what we tried to do, but on to the next, my man.
Yeah, we kind of take advantage of what we missed from not having Josh Hart. You know what I mean? Those extended rebounds, those crashing the board, those hustle plays. A lot of people talk about his defense, but his defense with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby makes him a better player. It makes him fit in. It reaches for he makes all of them better because he pushes people the way that the other players are. So now they're reaching. Now they're swiping after the ball. They put more defense on the ball and stuff like that. We missed his scoring. He was giving up about 12 points a game. We were missing his 3-point shooting, even though his 3-point shooting is, we don't look for it, but I think he was about 40% before when he went out, 30, at least 30-something%, 30 high 30s, almost 40%. So we miss all those things. This guy's almost a triple-double every night. And we do miss that a lot, especially in a game like the last game that we had so many turnovers, an extra rebound here, extra steal here, extra possession here. That's what we look for Josh Hart, to grab the rebound, jet down the court and get up the court and lay the ball up, within 7 seconds. So hopefully with him being back, and I know that the Knicks do something different than they used to do before. They used to get you better, and right as you get better, you're ready to go. This regime seems to get you better and make you wait until you better than you better was, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, they keep you out just a little longer to make sure that everything is functioning well. So when you get back on the court, you could go back to full throttle. So tonight, like I said, like we both talked about, this is not a game to sleep on. This is not no a giveaway game. You're going to have to go out here and play some basketball tonight, and this would be a good way to get back on the winning streak and also improve our away game status.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to some people in the chat that came in. What's good? Ron Man, the chosen one, chosen JC. What's good, my man? JC, salute. Prezi the boss is in the building. Prezi, what's popping? Peace to the God. Allah wide. What's good, my dude? Peace. Salute to the whole entire chat, man. Salute to everybody. Like I said, man, the bridge is falling, but let's hope this thing don't collapse. But it's been rough, man. Like I said, from a fan perspective, it's been rough because this is just not what we hope that it's gonna be. But like I said earlier, man, sometimes like Josh Hart is not your best player. He's not your prolific player, but he's your most important player to me because I just don't think there's nobody who could do what he do on a regular basis. It's not even about the scoring 30 points and none of that. There's nobody on that team who can get the number that he put up every single game. Josh Hart putting up, even if it's 11, 9, and 7 or 14, 9, and 8 or whatever. His category stats, his splits stay there. Was shooting the ball a little better from downtown this year, but his energy is off the rebound and pushing the pace. He's that one. Other than Tyler Kolek, there's not too many dudes. You think about it. You look at our starting lineup, and you look at the other guys like Josh Hart and Tyler Kolek, probably the few that get the ball off the rim, or once they get the ball, they can get that pace going. And Dewara. Let me put it out. He don't get a lot of chances to do it, but Dewara as well. He gets out there and he can get that ball to rebound and go. And sometimes that sets a tone for your team when you're trying to get that pace, that sharp power. Although we talked about for all the last couple of years, he just sets a good tone for the team. So I'm happy to have him back. Does that mean that we're going to win the game? That means we got a better chance to win. That don't mean we're going to win the game with him, but we got a better chance to win the game with him. And I'm glad that he's back tonight, man. And hopefully he can go out there and make it happen for the shot powers. Just to piggyback on something you said, because I think it's important that's what I love about what Deuce McBride and the Knicks do. Josh Hart probably came out 3 games ago, like you said, or something. But you know what? They keep him out a little longer to make sure they 100% ready, and that's why Deuce McBride still clicking the way he clicking. And so we need him for the long haul, not the short haul. So I'm kind of glad that they held him out the amount of time they need to make sure he's 100% ready, because you don't want him to come back here 50% or 60%. Hopefully you want him around 80, 90, you know what I mean? So if he's in that stratosphere for 80, 90% ready to roll, I can live with that. You know what I mean? And I think that's going to be important. Other than that, man, it was one thing I do want to harp on, ladies and gentlemen. What was disappointing to me the last game is that them cats fought their ass off. You know what I mean? They fought hard, bro. I was like, even when the game was over, I was like, damn, these guys put in a gallant effort. But just the turnovers, you know what I mean? Turnovers and Mitch was demon on the boards, Cat was going, Brunson was going, they all was going, but against that defense. And after that, so I said all that to say, let's hope we bring that same energy tonight, because we're gonna need it. I'm with you, John McDonald. I'm not panicking either, but I'm worried about what's going on, man. Let's hope that this guy can turn this thing around, help us turn this thing around, and give us the energy and momentum that we need to get the spark plug under this thing. We need to spark the night of fire, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that spark that's going to light the fire with this team and get us burning and smoking the way we need to smoke. Because right now it looks pretty tough. Even though we beat the Clippers, a good game, was crazy. We beat the Clippers, and the other night the Clippers beat Detroit in Detroit. So it's the NBA, man. It's crazy. But shot power, we just got to keep it moving, man. So we got to go out there in Portland tonight, and it is game day, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go out there and just do what we do, man. Like I said, Knicks in Portland. Let's go out there and get this thing tonight, shot power. I really want this win. We need this win, and just to make us feel good about ourselves, man. So let's go out there and get it tonight. Your microphone, my brother.
My bad. Just to bring us back to a little reality, back to our winning ways. And, it's not far gone. It ain't like, the Knicks just forgot how to win. I mean, they're just a little, they have to be more strategic about what they're doing now. They're figuring out new things, And, Brown was running a 9, 10, 11-man rotation at times, playing Dewara and playing McCullough and Yabusele. And, he was doing a lot of things. So now that we got this, this quote unquote 9.5 guys back on the rotation that I think will get heavy rotation now, I think we'll be in a better place. Shamif ain't far from being back. It looks like Carter's going to be back tonight. So that just rounds out a couple of things and put people back in the regular positions that they were in before. And, no matter what happens in that second unit now, I am confident in Deuce McBride and Clarkson to help us out. And with Mitchell Robinson back there with those two guys, you just need to add someone in there to help out. If you want to run the 3-man rotation with Clarkson, Deuce, and Tyler Kolek now, hey, so be it. I do think that the Knicks are looking to get mid-size forward, a power forward, someone from 6'7" to 6'9". I think that's where they're looking. There's a couple of suitors out there that they'll probably be looking at, but let's see what happens. Tonight's game, once again, man, it's all about getting out there and playing relevant. You can't get out there and be willy-nilly. Let's not wait to the fourth quarter to beat this team. I haven't seen we have done it, but I haven't in a little while a wire-to-wire win. That's something that I want to stick on tonight, wire to wire. I want the Knicks to get out there, take the lead, and continue to hold the lead the whole game.
Yeah, real talk. A lot of people in the chat made some great points there too. Salute Patrick. And he right. Cat got to be better without that arm crazy stuff. It's like Clyde always say, play defense with your feet, not your hands. You know what I mean? And I think Clyde need to come to that locker room and make sure, and he's 100% right. You play defense with your feet because you keep your guy in front of you. Only time you need to use that damn hand to me is you blocking a shot or you in a passing lane. But if you up on your man, just make sure you moving your feet. When he go, you go. Don't reach on nobody. That's a great point, Patrick. I just want to put that there. I'm not like singling him out, but that's a problem that he got to fix. them silly throwing the elbow, swinging the elbow. Yo, dude, just play ball, go hard at it, because he got game like that. And so I mean, that's real talk. He got to be better at that, man. And overall, Chop Power, let me ask you something. I want to ask you, what do you think is the reason why these guys seem like they always got to get down before they get up? I know it's psychological, but are you concerned with that pattern? It seems like we always fall behind, and that's definitely defense. Do you think it's the makeup of the roster, or you think that it's just not being a primary focus from the coaching staff down? Like, guys, y'all got to come out there, because to me, you don't want to be down in the first quarter. Get a lead in the first quarter. That way, if you do run into a little lapse, you went into a lapse while you was ahead. You know what I mean? And I think, so many times I always thought, like, even last year with Tiz, I liked the one thing I did like, sometimes Knicks would go up about 14, 15 in the first quarter, but even if they defense starting as a lack, they was already ahead. Now this year it seemed like the other team is getting ahead. Now they got to fight to get back in the game. And then the other team go on another run. Then they got to fight to get back in the game. I think that's wasting so much energy on this team. That's the reason why I think that we are in the situation we're in, because we wait into how would I say, we waiting to put our foot on our defense once we fall behind, when we should come out the gate locking jokers down the minute we walk on the floor. I think that's a concern for me, for sure.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, Devon. There's nothing that we haven't talked about, keeping that 25 to 26 a quarter. You know what I mean? We've been talking about that, and we really haven't been seeing that. The last couple of games, the first quarter, teams are almost scoring 30 points on us. And I mean, not saying that that's unacceptable, but it's not usual. You know what I mean? It's not what I'm used to seeing, you know what I mean? And it makes it harder for us to have to come back. But, once again, I'm just going to see what happens tonight. See how the team plays tonight, with Hart coming back tonight, getting those extra 11 rebounds, that extra 12 points, that extra two or three steals, that extra 4 or 5 assists. And I mean, we're going to need that going down the stretch, because I think we missed that. And that he is the conduit between Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, he's that conduit that he makes those guys move and get the passes around to everybody else to get them in position. So let's see what happens tonight. I mean, this is not a team to, go out there and play around with, but this is definitely a team that is a good game for Josh Hart to come back on, so he can try to play up to his standards.
Yeah, true. Yo, salute to the chat, man. We shout out a couple of people who came in the building. I didn't get to recognize them right quick. Mr. Banks, what's good? Mr. Banks, salute to you, man. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Banks. Nick, what's good? Jeremy's house, what's popping? Jeremy, salute to the chat, man. Daniel, everybody. If I didn't call you, King Ribby, my dude, what's good? What's good, King Ribby? Yeah, man. Cam from the kickback, you know where it's at, Cam. What's good, my man? Yeah, man, we just got to go out there and get it popping, man. We're gonna go over the injury, the preview and everything. Then we get ready to come back in and get ready to open up the panel. It's Divine and Shaw Power. It's a chat. It's Knicks at the Motor Center in Portland Sunday. Got to get a win. This team they playing been smoking the last couple of games, so we got to go out there and get it popping, because this team is not no slouch. And these cats are missing 8 bodies and they still doing a damn thing. So we got to get it popping real quick. Before I go to that, let me shout out Dave Smith to jump to the building. Dave, what's good, my man? Top Power, let's go over the game preview and we get back at it, my dude.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Salute everybody. Listen, man, the starting lineups. One correction on the injury report: Josh Hart is playing. That's supposed to have been Yabusele. I think I just forgot to put the right one in there. I apologize. But Josh Hart will be playing, and Yabusele is out with a quad injury. So he's the reason he should be on there instead of Josh Hart. So I apologize for that. But other than that, man, just a quick note from the rest of the preview. Like I said, you look at these guys right here, man. They got a good team. The last they 19 and 20, hovering around in the ninth spot, so they still got a chance to be the play in. They in the play in as of right now. They 10 and 9 at home. We 7 and 10 on the road. We third in the offense rating. They 21st in numbers, but their defense ours is worse than theirs, and that's crazy. They've been decimated. But their defense numbers is just around where I was at. But our offense numbers is better than it, but that don't mean nothing because it all depends what happened on the game that night. Like even though our numbers are better than it, but if you don't bring your A game that night, their numbers could be better than ours for that night. So that this number don't mean too much. Just telling you that what we are for the season, where they at and what they do, but it doesn't matter what happened when they thought that ball tonight in that court. I think they got some good young talent there. Excuse me. I just want to get, ladies and gentlemen, look at these cats. Our last 5 games, 1-4. These cats, look who they beat the last 5 games. Ladies and gentlemen, they beat the Rockets twice. They beat the Jazz. They beat the Spurs, ladies and gentlemen, and they beat the Pelicans. This team with this decimated roster that they have over there, they are playing some outstanding basketball over there. Salute to them guys, man. We in a white drip tonight. They in a black drip tonight. The starting lineup, which I had the same one. Miles McBride is going to be in the starting lineup. They got, I think Drew Holiday is out. This is the same starting lineup that I had. Shannon Sharp, Sidney Cisco, Via Kamara, and Donaldson Clingan. Obviously, Donaldson Clingan, that big boy coming out of Connecticut, man, right? Local dude coming out of Connecticut. They built this team right here. You see right here. Other than Danny Avila, they drafted all these dudes. These dudes they drafted. Sharp, Cisco, and he came in the trade from Washington with the CJ McCullough trade. I'm not mistaken. Kamara, they drafted them. So these guys, they got a good team there, young team. They built it through the draft. Avila having an outstanding year since he left Washington for them guys. So, like I said, that's the injury report. I was supposed to have Yabusele and Nancy Shannon, so I apologize for that. But, what's interesting to me, man, is that these guys, they go play hard over there, man. We cannot sleep on these dudes. They play real hard over there. They got a nice young team. And like I said, they missing Jeremy Grant, Drew Holiday, Robert Williams, Blake Wesley, Scoot Henderson. They are decimated, and they don't won 5 games in a row. What that tells me is that coach over there is doing an outstanding job, man. And through all the trials and tribulations they went through with Chauncey Billups with that gambling thing, they found a way to keep themselves relevant, and they right there for the chicken. If this team get healthy by the end of the season, they would go in there upset somebody in the first round. I really believe it. I think they would go in there upset somebody in that first round with no problem. Because they have talent like that. So we can't take these guys for granted. Shot power tonight. We got to be on our game, man, because these are the type of game, like you said, it's a trap game, but it's not a trap game because they catch them beat. To me, they done beat the Houston Rockets, KD them twice. So, I'm like, they could bust in Houston, man. They could bust ours too. You know what I mean? They beat San Antonio, who beat us, and we beat San Antonio. This team ain't no slouch, ladies and gentlemen. They got this thing going, man. So let's hope that these guys can stay. We can be on our game tonight, Shot power, and get out there and get this thing popping.
Yeah, this team is not, to be, I just think, I want us to get out there and play better basketball tonight. I want us to get out there to continue to push the pace and not turn the ball over as much. I mean, was the flaw in the last game to me. Turning the ball over as many times. I forgot the numbers. I think they scored about 17 points off our turnovers or something like that. I forgot the number. Was that game or that was the game before? I can't remember. I can't remember. Off of our turnovers, they score so much points, man. And that's the downside of us turning the ball over so much. So let's see if we can control the pace. We're usually around 11 to 13, somewhere around there. Those extra 5 to I think it was 5 or 6 more turnovers is crucial to us. So we limited turnovers. Get back to a faster paced game and lock down on defense. They're doing better closing out on the 3-point shots, making teams drive to the hole a little bit more. But you still have, and we get it to the occasional 3-point shot that you have someone wide open. It's not like the Knicks is just letting everybody do that. We get the same thing from opposing teams where you see Brunson wide open, a Mikel wide open, OG wide open. It's in basketball. The ball moves much faster than your feet. So if you get to the open spot and you wide open and the next guy closest to you is 6-7 feet away from you, that's like a mile. You know what I mean? So, I'm just hoping for a better performance tonight. You know what I mean? And I'm not looking for a loss. I think the Knicks have a chance to win this game, and this is a perfect team to get back on its winning ways.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, Mr. Banks, I like that in a sense, and I'll just to put out, Mr. Banks, I hate Mike Brown's rotation subs every 3 minutes. I've been harping on that for the longest. Like, I get it, but I understand he be trying to rest people, but why sub in the Warrior for 2 minutes and take him out? Why sub in McCullough for like 30 seconds or a minute and take him out? You're gonna put him in there and leave him in there, because I just think that's not doing the flow and the chemistry not good when you keep it's like you keep throwing a glitch in the matrix, and I just think that they're not getting no continuity like that. So I think that's something you do got to work. And thank you, Mr. Banks, for your thought on that. And like I said, no shade at it, but I just think that is a problem in the sense that we always doing that, because like I said, he shocks me sometimes. Like, I thought he was gonna go to a short in that rotation. We say that the other day, and next thing you know, McCullough and the Warrior play.
And he running 11.
Yeah, right. But the thing is crazy is that they not standing there long enough to even do anything. So why even disrupt the matrix like that? I get it in the sense you're trying to rest the guys, but man, it's tough like that to me, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Let me open up the show and bring my brother in here so we can really get this thing popping. Jay Chosen with Mr. Ron, man, what's good, my dude?
Yo, what's good? What's good? Jay Chosen, Ron Mancini, the one and only chosen one. What's going on, my brothers and the chat? How we doing?
We good, Shaw. I mean, Jay, we just trying to get some energy to get a Nick win up in this month.
Yeah, word. I'll do a couple. If I can still do them, I'll do a couple pull-ups. But maybe I'll do one. So I don't wear it out. You know what I do now? I pull myself up to the table. Anyway, yeah, word up. Anyway, peace, peace, my brothers, man. Peace to the chat. Look, as you know, we are. There's a difference between being negative or being Dougie Downers or Debbie Downers, or always thinking the worst, or pessimistic on the regular basis. Sorry, I got a couple phones. I'll try to get them lower. But we are watching. If you're watching what is in front of you, then you got to be concerned. There's no other way to say it. You got to be concerned. Do you have to be the sky is falling? No, you don't have to be the sky is falling. But you got to be, you got to be honest about what's happening here. Like, for instance, I'm going to piggyback on what you just said. How do you get a rhythm? If you're in there for 1 minute? 1 minute. You don't get a rhythm that way. You can never get a rhythm that way. And I think it's doing a lot of injustice. That's not the right word. It's not doing justice for like Diawara. It's not doing justice for. I mean, I think it's total. Yeah, but like what happened in KNICKS minutes? Just because, and we know where they went, right? Just because Deuce comes back, you got to figure out still what you were doing to win, to get those wins. And if that includes putting them together or making different lineups or having different ideas, I'm starting to think like in different ways that Mike Brown's having a little rough time pivoting with it's so funny. We went from no bench at all to having good problems, and we're having problems now figuring out who fits with who and where they go and how many minutes they should play and all that other stuff. it's crazy because on one hand, I love when Kolik's in there with Brunson, so there is a point guard, and he can be his like I said, the dual guard, right, or a shooting guard at that particular moment, whatever he be. But I also like him when he's in there with Cat Kolik, and he could pass to him where he needs to be. But there is it seems to me like
you froze up, Jay. Jay chosen the frozen one.
I thought he was thinking right there. I thought he.
No, me too.
Something.
Jay chosen the frozen one. You froze for a while, bro.
Frozen chosen.
Right.
Frozen chosen. They did something to that wire outside, and I called them 3 times. I'm like, yo, bro, I've been freezing lately. Mm-hmm. And they were like, wear a jacket. No, I'm only joking. I was like,
Hold up. Let me piggyback on something you said right quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
Listen to what I'm saying. This is important. I don't even have I know these rookie guys is young, and I get all that. I mean, they could play. My point is here. But first of all, after we don't have no veterans on that team once Shaman and Josh Hart went down. Only person you got as a veteran is Yabusele.
Yep.
So he got no choice to play these young guys. They have to because we don't have no more veterans on the team. So it's not that he really put these rookies before the veterans. We don't have no veterans, right? Because once you get past Yabusele, everybody else is like they're young. So we got to throw them in there. Trial and error. You got to throw them in there. We don't have no choice because don't get me wrong. But the thing is, when you throw them in there, let them. We always talk about, Tibbs never played these guys. Like we keep saying, okay, I understand why Tibbs didn't play him. Because listen, ladies and gentlemen, much I love all of them. I love DeWara, McCullough, I think, and Cole. I love all of them. But they just not consistent like that right now. They still young. They're not consistent enough on a regular basis. And once they do get in, like I said, think about the game McCullough had not too long ago. Think about the 18-point game DeWara had. Think about the 20-something off of the triple-double Tyler Kolek had. But that's not every game, though. You see what I mean? Shaw Powers, they might have that one game, and the next game they might score 0 points. Or they might score 2 points. But I do think that, if you're going to put them in there and let them play, but don't put them in there for a minute or two. I just think that don't make no sense. You might have left Deuce McBride in there. You might have left. But because we injured that bad, I get it. I do get it. I think what Mike Brown trying to do is rest somebody, give them a couple of minutes to get their win back, and then snatch them in there. But I think these guys can contribute because they've been contributing. But they got to do something, man, for as that. But now that once Shaman get back and Josh Hart back today, obviously, and then we go back to a deeper and stronger team. Because let me tell you, I love all the young guys, but can't none of them do what Josh Hart and Shaman do right now because they ain't played that long in the NBA to be able to check certain guys. And the only reason he took Kolek out a couple of times because the last couple of games he wasn't playing too good, and Kolek he don't got no answer for Devin Booker. He ain't got no answer for none of them dudes. So I understand why he took Kolek out the other night. He ain't had no answer for no Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks. All them dudes, they gritty, they hard, they veteran, they know the game. What these dudes know, they know 18 times over. And that's the importance of having veterans on your team. That's why we always said, you look at even though you got a lot of young guys, that's why I like this Portland team. Think about the young guys Portland got, but think about the veterans on that team. So, and it makes it different when you got somebody who got some good knowledge and everything in your ear that can say, okay, you know what? When you go back on the court, DeWara, make sure you do this. Or DeWara or McCullough, when you see my man do this, you do that. So it just said it helps to have a mixture of veterans and youth on there. And I think right now, with Josh Hart and Shaman not being there, we missed them guys. Knicks 19-9 with Josh Hart, 4-5 without him. We miss Shaman's tough 3-point shooting, a tough in-your-face defense. His intellect, because he's an experienced player. Chop Powell, I think we just missing all that. So I think once we get them guys back, I think this thing will turn around. Because when we had them, we was balling. But without them, you can see the difference because them young guys are just not ready on a regular basis. They're not. And nobody can convince me or look at the stats. Whether it's Mike Brown's got something to do with that or they got something to do with it. But It's just tough, man. It's tough being it's no boys league. It's no boys allowed league. Right now, they still young. I ain't gonna call them boys. I mean, they're young men trying to find their way through this thing. That's why Tyler Kolek get it more than all them others, because he's been around 2 years and he know how he done seen it already. You know what I mean? So he gets a little more than DeWara. Where DeWara will get it. Let's make no mistake about that. DeWara will get it. McCullough will get that. And next year, these cats gonna be different. You know what I mean? Or at the end of the season, they might be different. But right now, it's not helping us, Shop House, with a 5 out of 6 game losing streak. And I know it's tough, man. I know it is. And it really is. But these cats going to be all right. Them young boys going to be good in New York. I like McCullough. I like DeWara. I like Kohler. They be fine. But right now, because of their euphemism, they just still going to take a little longer to maturate and catch on to the NBA in totality. Like DeWara never played in the NBA, but he got to learn all this stuff on the fly. I mean, he like the cat going to come in here in one season and act like he mastered the NBA, because talent only gets you but so far. Knowledge gets you further. Your skill
you further always.
Yeah, your talent will get you. Your ability to drive, to kick, to jump, to run, to push, that only can get you but so far. It's the mental part of the game is what's going to get you to go to where you got to go. And I think DeWara, him and McCullough just learning how to get the mental game together. And they will. I think they will. They be fine. But right now, it ain't helping us like that now. And I don't know what. So I can't speak for Mike Brown. But only I don't like Shop House. Like I say, you put him in there in a minute and 2 minutes to take him out. Then you shouldn't even put him in there, because that way you kind of disrupting the matrix. You know what I mean? Let somebody let do some Bride play an extra 2 minutes. Fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's just my thought on that, man. Why I'm kind of interested about why he doing that, and it's curious, but I understand what he doing. But man, I'm glad Josh Hart back, Shop House. We won't have to go once these guys get healthy.
Not to take nothing away from our guys, you know what I mean, our young guys, you know what I mean. They come in and they play great when they get on the court. McCullough's been having some good games. DeWara, definitely Tyler Kolek, you know what I mean. And I'm not trying to discourage them or try to downgrade my team, but they are second round picks, you know what I mean. And we have done real good with transforming second round picks into superstar status. Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, a lot of second round guys that we have done, that we have taken on and to come out to be really good players. They're not top 30 picks. They're not top 20 picks. They're not players that are rookies that are coming in here number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the league and nothing like that. These guys are second deep in the second round picks. You know what I mean? So it's going to take them a little longer to get to the game. And I mean, these players that we're talking about, that we're seeing, this rookie, whatchamacallit got the rookies out there playing. He's number 1. The Cooper Flag is number 1, 2, or 3. These guys that you talk about is number 1, 2, or 3. DeWara is 55th. All right. And so let's some Knicks fan. I mean, I'm not saying no Knicks fan in particular. I'm not saying our guys that we have are not first round picks. And we put them to see them out there and scoring and doing the great things that they're doing in that one game is fantastic. But like you said, Devon, that next game after they score 18 or something, the next game they're donut, or they're four turnovers, no assists, 3 points. It changes and differs because these guys are still second round picks. And I'm not down any of these guys that we got on our team that are picked up, because they are going to transition into very good role players on this team. But with that being said, hey, you know what I mean? We got some good second round picks, and I'm with you, Divine. I wouldn't mind seeing Deuce McBride play an extra 4 or 5 minutes. I'm tired. The other day, Brown put in DeWara, and then he took DeWara out and put in McCullough, and then he took both of them out, and then he put back McCullough and didn't see DeWara no more. And I mean, yeah, if you're gonna put one of them in, put one of them in and let them stay in for the whole game. And I mean, don't don't change what you're gonna do. If you're gonna put him in, if you plan on him playing the allotted 12 minutes, then let him keep playing those 12 minutes. Because if you put him in for 3 minutes, then you put McCullough in 3 minutes, then the same thing in the next quarter, stuff like that, gain no rhythm. So
That's facts.
Those are things that, if you want to talk something about Brown or something like that, but he's still trying to figure it out. This is not the team from last year. This is not Tom Thibodeau coming in here knowing these guys back and forth. He is coming in here with a new regimen, a new way of playing basketball, and he's trying to figure things out. He is one thing I can say about Brown, he is giving these young guys minutes to play. I mean, they are getting out there this year to play some minutes, and sometimes they look phenomenal. Sometimes they look good. Sometimes they look okay. And sometimes, man, you should have left him on the bench and gave Deuce those 4 more minutes. You know what I mean? So that's it in a nutshell. He'll get to it. But I believe once Shamuth and Hart is back, the rotation, you'll see the stop in rotation. You may see DeWara once in a blue moon. You may see McCullough, maybe. But you're definitely going to see Tyler Kolek, Deuce McBride, Clarkson, Mitchell Robinson, and the starting 5. And that's going to be pretty much it once these guys come back into fruition. So as great as we look bad because of what we put on the court, but these are our second-round guys, and we can't expect them to be all NBA, all world star. If we get a good game from them, we should be happy. You know what I mean? Because they're not in a realm of being consistent yet, excuse me.
Yeah. You know what? They are not Josh Hart, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. They are not Josh Hart. They're not Landry Shamuth. That's all I can say. They got potential, but they're not them yet. Not the key word yet. And listen, and even in the situation before we move on, I want to harp on too long. But listen, you see why Tiz did what he did last year, ladies and gentlemen. Because we are in a championship mode. If you want to develop a little bit, you give them time when you can. But a lot of them that's why they go down to the G League. It's a development league or whatever. You know what I mean? But I still think that Brown doing the right thing by playing them. But I understand that it's going to take time, ladies and gentlemen. I like you don't see too many freshmen come into high school automatically make the varsity team. Like that shit don't happen. Right. You know what I mean? Unless you uber talented. So you're not going to get a freshman come into high school or college and he's a starting dude on the varsity team unless they uber talented, unless they Cooper Flag, like Shaw Power say, unless they this dude who's just that uber talented that they get all the burn they could get, no question about it. We're not in a rebuilding mode, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to get to another level on a championship run. We got a $200 million roster damn near. And you don't have a $200 million roster just to develop people. No, you got that roster set because we thought this team is going to be going to the finals. So it's not a lot of room for developing on a regular basis. It's not. And I think y'all need to, not y'all, I know y'all understand it, but that's what's really happening. Because if this was a 3-4 years ago team when you had Julius Randle and a bunch of young people, that's different. But now you got a $60 million center, a $40 million forward, another damn $40 million forward. You got another $40 million point guard. Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks ain't trying to develop nobody like that.
$20 million Knicks, man.
That shit is out the window for right now.
Yeah, you can forget that.
Yeah, that's
$12 million to a guy who's not even playing.
Yeah. That don't get caught up in all that. They don't play the young guy shit. That shit is a wrap. The only reason they're playing now because Shamuth and Josh Hart ain't playing. When they come back, Kolek is the only one. I think even when everybody come back, he earned the right to crack that rotation because not only he knows the Knicks system because he's been in it the whole year. The man been playing under Jalen Brunson, Mo Cheeks, all them guys. So I can see why Kolek deserved to get his burn. He literally been in the Knicks system for 2 years. And he know how to play the system. DeWara different. McCullough was there, but he was injured. So I say all that to say we just got to get it real quick before I give it to Jay Cho. Guys, what do y'all think about this here? I just see this on. Let me put this out there right quick, and then we get back at it. What y'all thoughts on some of these guys? Because I did see it earlier, so I did keep it up there. Shaw Powell and Jay Cho. Some potential targets for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think about some of these guys? I think they got Jake Liddell, obviously, the big man out of Memphis. Gritty, can shoot the ball, play real well. I like Jake Liddell. Then obviously they were talking about Marvin Bagley. I think Shaw Powell's kind of talked about Marvin Bagley for a while. 5.5 rebounds a game. 10 points a game. 26 years old still. Obviously he was a second round pick. They considered him a bust, but he still could play ball. Then we move on. Reap out of out here in Portland because I think because of
Portland,
Donovan,
right?
Yeah, right. But here's an interesting one. We talked about this guy so many times. Nick Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
Nicholas.
Obviously, they like the young guy they got down there now playing behind Mark Williams. Come on, Machala, whatever his name is. So he got the same type of contract that Yabusele has.
Yep.
$5 million a year.
Yep.
Last year. That's another interesting thing. That then you got Messi out of him and Kevon Looney and the Pelicans. The Pelicans is not trading Zion. They're not trading Trey Murphy III. They're not trading Herb Jones from the reports that I hear. They're not trading them dudes. So you can forget about the Zion stuff. But anyway, I say all that to say them guys right there. Would y'all be interested in the Knicks taking any of these guys, Shaw Powell, Jay Choden, if opportunity knocks? I like their contracts. I definitely like but Jake Liddell can shoot that shit from downtown. He threw 38.5 from down there. I don't know about the inside game and all that. But Marvin Bagley's a good he rebounded the ball well. He got a good inside game a little bit. Obviously Nick Richards do what he do. He having a good year. 9 points a game, 8 rebounds in 20 minutes a season ago. But now that they got Mark Williams and that other guy, they kind of fell out of favor. Jay, what's your thoughts on some of you guys, man? How about your boy?
Yeah, no doubt. Let me just say that first of all, Nick Richards over the years is somebody that has been talked about throughout the Knicks trades, deadlines on a regular basis. He plays hard against Mitch. He plays very similar type basketball. Definitely not rebound wise, but he'll get you points. He'll get you some tough rebounds. He'll play tough. He has a good contract. I like that. Bagley the third, by the way, was the second overall pick in 2018. Okay, let's not forget that. The second overall pick. Mm-hmm. Can we get him and rejuvenate that second overall pick, or get some of that? That would be really great. That would be a fantastic thing. As far as this Landale guy, I like him too. I think he gives us fits kind of like Luke Cornett a little bit, like in a way. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but he has the ability to do that type of thing with us. And again, if he was with us, where is this guy? You said Rube. No, I'm not looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at
Richards, Reap. We got Reap, Nick Richards, Reap. Just in case, just throw the names out there. Marvin Bagley, Jake Liddell, and Yeeves Messi. He's a body. And Kevin Looney. Obviously, Kevin Looney mad championships where he got the playoff experience with the Warriors. You know what I mean? Being with Steph Curry and all them. Mike Brown coached Kevin Looney too. You know what I mean? Right. So all that stuff plays into that.
That's true too. I like, to be honest, the Messi kid is nice. He really got a lot of skills, and I'm not quite sure why they don't want to. What you go see? I want to know why they don't want to keep somebody like that, because he gets it in. He really does. As far as
I think he's not a great 3-point shooter.
He's a what?
I don't think he's a great 3-point shooter.
Right.
I think his defense is good. His driving lanes is good. He rebounds, but he's not a great 3-point. I think that's the downside to him. I think because I like him too.
Yeah, but you know what? Can I just? I'm gonna be very honest about something. We need big men who can rebound, who can block, who can get in the middle, and draw fouls if we get the call for us. By the way, really quick, she can't type on here, but a shout out to a new member for you named Dory. She's
Dory
actually watching from Serbia right now.
Dory from Serbia. What's good, Dory? Thank you. Real talk. Appreciate that. Real talk. Dory from Serbia.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Dory, and blessings and condolences also. And so I just wanted to get that out. And so I like the Messi kid. I like Nick Richards, and Bagley, I
Yeah.
think, are the guys that I would look at.
You know
Those
why I
are
like Bagley? Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you
You
off.
have
Sorry.
Paul Reed on there? Or no, he wasn't on there.
No,
Right?
he's not there. The reason why I like Bagley, because Bagley could play the power forward while Mitch is in the game. You see what I mean? That's why I like Bagley, because Bagley can go at the 4 and still have Mitch there. Because a lot of them other guys are centers. They are literally centers. You know what I mean?
He is a 6'10"
Liddell,
power
to me,
forward,
Liddell and Bagley, because Liddell's ability to stretch the floor, he can go at the 4. That's why I like Liddell. I like Liddell and Bagley more than a lot of. Now I like Kevin Looney because of what he brings from a championship experience. I mean, make no mistake about that. And Mike Brown know how he plays. I mean, he's a smart dude. I mean, he just got rings. He got the rings. So, but I do like Liddell and I do like Bagley, because I think you could still play Mitch at the 5 and plug Liddell and Bagley in there with Clarkson, Kolick, Shamit, whoever, Deucin, and you still got some size in there, but you also got somebody who can get buckets down in the paint or whatever. And Bagley got a nice little mid-range game or whatever when he's on. So it's interesting to see. I just wanted to put that out there because I did see it out there, and I know we're getting toward that end of the season where the trading deadline is starting to come around in another. Next thing you know, it'll be like a month, and we really be tripping. I think Ja Morant will be moved pretty soon. A lot of shit gonna be happening, but we know Yabusele is going, ladies and gentlemen. So really, to me, is who do we take in there for Yabusele? And I thought some of these guys might be interesting if they're gonna move Yabusele. Now I like Yees and all them guys, but I just think that you still got Mitch there, and none of them dudes to me can really play a power forward. We need a power forward in New York right now. To me, Shaw Powers, that's what we missing. We need a power forward. You know what I mean? And because that's the case, then you just still got Hot Party there. You know, it's
right. You know what? Right. How about something where we can do something with like just throwing it out there, like Messi and mother man from Villanova.
Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, like
to do that.
Can we figure out a combination? I know the cap is like you know, when you get, like, for me, if I grow my hair, my hat would be like this, right? It'd be up here, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how tight the cap is. You know what I'm saying? It's so tight.
I don't think we can get both of them now. Not with the money.
Okay.
And I mean, the big thing my pick would be the guy from Villanova, Sadiq Bey. You know what I mean? But I like Messi. I like Messi. I like him. He's 6'10". He's big. He can rebound the basketball, and to put him in there with Mitchell Robinson and have a 3-guard lineup with Mitchell Robinson and him, that'd be special. I think that could work. And I do like Nick, but he's a center. And Ease, I like Ease, but I think he is a 7-foot center. So it's not much that you could do with him. Messi, I like him. I mean, Bagley the third. I said Messi. Bagley the third. I mean, Bagley the third. I would love to see him here. Him, Mitchell Robinson with the 3-guard alignment of Clarkson, Deuce, and Tyler Kolick. Yeah, I think that could work. Or Shamit. I mean, it's going to be a lot of things to be shaken up.
Right.
When Shamit comes back and we get another player, you know what I mean? Now we're talking about 9.5 is like 10.2 now. Oh.
Yeah. Another thing that's interesting too, if you do go out there and do these guys, I mean, you're going to have, if we bring in another team, we have 4 centers in New York, 4 of them. And normally you're only going to play 3 of them. And like Nostalgic said, Ian Begley said that the New Orleans Pelicans is keeping Sadiq Bey, which they should. They keeping Zion, they keeping Herb Jones, they keeping Trey Murphy. So I don't know. To me, I think we good at the center spot in New York. You can't get a better combo than Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, right. You know, I mean, he don't really need too much other than them two. But I do think that power forward spot, you get a 6'10" or a 6'11" dude who can stretch the floor or get some buckets. Oh my God, man! That means you got Cat and Anunoby, then you got Mitch and whoever. I think that's where New York got to go to.
No, listen, I think you're nailing it. I don't want my power forward to be 6'8". That's it. I'm done.
Yeah,
That's not how it's supposed to work. It worked in the days with the more athletic LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony type of people who are able to move from small forward to power forward and do things like that. Right now, if you want to go back further, no power forwards were smaller than 6'9" when I was growing up. They were always big guys. Once in a while, you get an anomaly who could jump out of the building or do Dennis Rodman and whoever it might be, Barkley, but we need to get athletic, and we need to get taller. And I would really like those guys. And we definitely I'm 100% sold we're making moves.
Yeah, we're gonna make one. Yabusele is definitely gone.
Yeah, he's definitely gone. Right.
So
Antonio McDyess, that type of guy.
And you never know, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard. It's so good when we know it's got to be about the name on the front. You never want to see no Nick Trail play. Let me say that we gonna get out here, go around real quick, and get out of here because the game about to start. But
yeah,
I like Hot Purdy. I like all these guys, but they not the name on the front though. You see what I mean? That's why I never get too emotionally attached to ball players. I never do, because you know why? It's a business, first of all. It's a sports and a business. So you never get too attached to a dude. Look how much we got attached to RJ. Look how we got attached to Quickly. Look how we got attached to a lot of players. Next thing you know, they on another level. Yeah, right. DiVincenzo. I never get too attached emotionally to one particular ball player, because it's a New York Knicks team, not the individual player. And I was an RJ guy. You know what I mean? I was a lot of these guys. I love them all. But at the same time, it's about that name right there. So I guess that's what it's really about. So I won't be surprised you might see a Hop get traded or somebody get traded that who you love. Shit gonna happen with this new CBA. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So that's why I always try to represent the name, and I'm just hoping the Knicks team be good, not one individual player. You know what I mean? Listen, I was big on my man coming here. What's his name? Yabusele. But you know what? Not no more. Because he's not helping the name on the front. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with that, man. But listen, I got the New York Knicks tonight in a hard-fought game against a young, up-and-coming team. But I think with Josh Hart coming back, he gives us a renewed energy, a lot more rebounding, a lot more assists, and a couple of more points that everybody else can't give us. So I'm going to go out on tonight to them and say the New York Knicks really get this thing popping, because their defense is not that special. They rebound well. They don't shoot the three ball well. I got the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, on the road with Josh Hart coming back tonight, 125 to 113, 113 tonight for me. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna go out on the limb tonight, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson gets it done tonight. And he got to make up for that turnover the other night. So 125, 113, Jalen Brunson.
Control the pace, grab your rebounds, hit your free throws, shoot over 37% from three, over 27 assists tonight, and let's my new stat tonight. Let's stay under 13 turnovers. 13 or under. Let's stay somewhere around there with the turnovers. With that being said, I think the Knicks are going to get out there, and Josh Hart is going to excite the crowd. Excite the team to excite the crowd. I got the Knicks winning tonight, 122 to 122-107. 122-107 New York Knicks. And my player of the game tonight is Josh Hart. Coming back from being out so long, he's going to have a triple-double tonight. Let's get it.
Damn.
Damn, right off the bat.
Off the bat. That's how my brother do it, though. Get ahead.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You know what? I want to unlock I'm going to say something a little different. And then I'm going to say one quick thing at the end, if you don't mind. I want to unlock the pace. I want to unlock the pace for a little while, and then control it once we get it. I think that sometimes we are over worrying about this defensive. I want them to run and gun and score and score and score. And yes, of course, I don't want it to be D'Antoni's they score, you score, they score, you score, and that type of thing. But we could use a little like run and gun, and then definitely, of course, I want to see the good defense. So I understand we have to control the pace. Okay, you know what? I understand it differently now, Shaw. My bad. It just came through to the brain. Control it, but I want to see us I want to see us move it. I want to see us move the ball today, especially with Hart back. I want to see it. I want to see it move crazy. And my player, I'm gonna go New York Knicks. First of all, I need to see 30 assists tonight. Tonight, 30 assists. All right, and at least 80-something% from the free throw. And I'm gonna go New York Knicks, Portland. New York Knicks, Portland. I'm gonna go 121 to 111. 121, 111. New York Knicks. And to really quick to Dory, who just subscribed to your channel out in Serbia. She lost her mother. Blessings to you. Thank you for subscribing to my brother's channel. And we're all here praying for you. Blessings, Dory. Thank you for coming by. And let's go New York Knicks.
Yeah, Dory, keep your head up. Time heal all wounds. Dory, it's tough, man. Words can't describe when you lose somebody, your mom, man. So but just keep your head up, just you know that you with you, and it's all good. Hey, size 9, you're 100% right, my man. You're supposed to get attached to play. I'm just speaking for my fandom. I got Clyde Frazier, Carmelo Anthony, Dr. J, Julius Urban. I get you, my brother. You're 100% right about that. You're supposed to get attached to fans. I'm not tripping off from that way. I mean, because of the modern NBA, the minute you love somebody, they go into another team. You know what I mean? I guess what I'm trying to say, size 9, it's not that I'm talking because of the way they done made sports so much of a business. As soon as you fall in love with somebody in that uniform, next thing you know, they shit them out. That's all. But you're 100% right. You're supposed to love your fans, man. You're supposed to love your player because that's why they play the game. You're 100% right. We fans. But I just was kind of speaking in the sense of that, because now it seems like time you get attached to somebody you love in a Knicks team. Next thing you know, they ain't there no more. Then you're like, damn. Now, and then you don't get to see them, let you follow them in another team and they be like that. Like, I don't follow Toronto with RJ. I don't follow them guys because I'm just a New York Knicks head. But that's all I was saying. But you're 100% right, though. You're supposed to follow. You're supposed to be attached to your players. It's just so hard in these days and times, man, when the NBA became so much of a business. It became so much of a business. You know what I mean? Like, damn, man, because, we had some great players in New York. Not great players, some players we love. We had people who love the Shadow Frank the Killer. Right, there you go, Nick. Yeah, I'm missing Frank. Because you love players, you just love them. Because you're right, my man. You're right, side 9. I got to lean towards what you're saying on that, my brother, because you're right, though. But it's just tough, though. But listen, man, let's go get this.
The way I took it, though, I know we got to go, but the way I took it is more of the ancillary players. Look, I love Brunson, no doubt about it. I don't want to see him go nowhere. If he goes somewhere, I'm going to cry in the corner. I'm going to need a blankie. I'm going to need all sorts of things, therapy. I'm going to need medicine. I might need some other things I don't want to say out loud. Dante DiVincenzo made me cry. Come on, Pasa Azul. You know what I mean? So anyway, I get, but I also get 100%. We loved our team and we don't want to see them go anywhere.
Yeah, he was dead on. No, I'm not. I'm actually giving them props. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, no doubt. I know you were doing that.
He was dead on. He was dead on about that. That's my, me making an error, kind of saying the wrong thing. I didn't want to say it that way, so I apologize. But he was dead on about that. We fans, man. You got to love these players. But listen, let's go get this thing popping and get this win. We need a win, man. We're small. We need a win. So let's go get this win, man. Thank y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming in. Shout out J Cho. I see y'all. Listen, we gonna be off a while, right? Like a couple of days. I think we're gonna be off for a couple of days, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about for the Knicks. So if any in between, I'll let y'all know if something pop up. Me and Shop Power that we jump on with the recap, and all that stuff, man. We'll let y'all know what's up. Until then, y'all enjoy that game. Let's go Knicks. I had 125, 113. Let's go out there and get that win, man. We need it, man. For real.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yo, peace, everybody. We out, man. Y'all enjoy. Peace.
That's real talk. Let's go. New York Knicks, baby.
This out. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom.
You are now about to witness
Knicks real talk, just enter the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't news on YouTube, frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who style this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. On the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On the Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like sauce, the KRT drip club leading up to dip off. We fuel by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, something in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange and blue skies. In Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick shit assassin.
You are now about to witness it.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness it.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness it.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!